So you really ain't peep game yet. You genuinely haven't noticed from all of these situations in your life that you done been through, with this divided state of mind that you rely on to get you in trouble and then bail you out and return you back to familiarity. Definitely not peace. Definitely not original form. Familiarity. You are in a perpetual fight to get away from what you know. But the minute that you get in foreign territory, the minute that you're faced with something that is not easily identified by your past experiences and harbored traumas, you run back to what you ran from. And as a result, you live like a child on a playground with ADHD, going from the swing to the slide to the sandbox, taking the sand from the sandbox back with you to the slide, never taking the time to genuinely interact with the things in front of you, always concerned with what's next and what's behind you. You're missing out on where power relies. You're missing out on where God is. You're missing it, the now. When it's an educated choice, when it's a decision that's coming from a wise state of mind, from a risen level of consciousness, from the single eye, it's a no-brainer. You have absolutely zero power in the past. You have absolutely zero power in the future. You alone have zero power in the now. Presently, you have no power that is not connected to the power of the almighty source that resides only in the now, only within you and I in the now. You looked at the mythological character Jesus and you quote Jesus, the mythological character, as having said that I can do nothing of my own strength and power. I have accomplished all of these great things, all of these miracles, all of the deeds that I have done, I did because the Father did it first within me and I executed it behind him. There is thought that precedes everything that you encounter or do. The power is not in what you do. The power is in the thought that drives you to do the very thing that you do. Once you've given the thought, you can't reverse the thing. You can't stop. The thing is inevitable. Your thought is just that powerful. The Creator is always ready to supply what it is that you ask for, and you ask with your attention. You don't have to put a question mark on it. You can set your mind, set your attention on something so strongly that you begin to feel what it would be like to have it, and then you experience it in the physical as a result of your preceding thought. If you were anywhere near the student that you claim to be, you would have at least grown to the space where you know by your previous experiences that when you develop a desire on the inside of yourself, it is better for you to do the complete opposite and expect to lead to satisfaction and fulfillment than it is for you to submit to this desire, chase it in hopes that it will be the one to carry you to satisfaction and fulfillment, because you have done that 100,000 times and you have failed every single time. And you have labeled the reason for failing every single time something different when it was really the same thing every time. It doesn't work. You don't know what's best for you. You don't have an appetite for what is the most advantageous for your development and progress, which is why you're constantly regressing, because you're constantly going around the things that you've identified as the things that you desire, want, or can tolerate with no penalty or consequence to your development and growth. And you continue to suffer because of these miscalculations about who you are, what things are, and how you can interact with them inside of your experience of truth. If you're tolerating a bunch of illusions and lies, trust me, your life is not dedicated to truth. When you grow completely attached and addicted to nothing other than truth, nothing is more irritating than a lie, than an illusion being tolerated and enhanced. You play no part in that. You want no role in that. If you're casting a pity party, leave me out of it. If you are assigning roles inside of the blame game, leave me completely out of it. I want no part in anything to do with anything or anyone that is not fully accountable for the actions and the words that come from the inside of them. All it is the contents of your heart leaking out. And then when people speak on it honestly and tell you what it is that you're ignoring about yourself because you choose to be blind and ignorant to the way you operate, because it would break your heart to know that you are nowhere near as real as you pretend to be, you want to get mad. Like I said, you're batting 0 for 100,000 when it comes to reaching your imagined destinations by your imagined strategies. But when somebody is trying to help you and tell you that there is a different approach when you come to the plate, you push them out of the way and say, you got it. How? Your method is not working. You do not take the time to abandon your method and study another way. You don't raise your level of consciousness through meditation. You don't study with the intent of digesting things that are foreign to you. You study so that the things that you believe to be true are reinforced by what you allow on the inside of you. You operate as the filter when you say you are going as the student to search for truth and knowledge. Trust me, when you find truth and knowledge as a student, it's going to disturb everything you think you know. It's going to tip everything upside down. It's going to show you that your world has always been flipped over. It's going to show you that you've been living in reverse. It's going to show you that you've been thinking really, really small when you were designed for infinite abundance. Trust me, baby boy, coming in contact with God fresh out of the darkness is not comfortable. The first step of peace and the finding of the true self is the complete destruction of the illusion that has been familiar to you. Everything you think you know will burn in the fire to show you that it was temporary and nothing but a figment of your imagination in the first place. What remains will be the evidence of what is eternal and what is true, what is good and what was designed for you. You are eternal. Your creator is eternal. All things that were truly created by your creator are eternal, and these things were left for you to enjoy. The illusions that you have made in the dark that you thought would take you to fulfillment and lead you to happiness have caused you to be a complete wreck. They have caused you to miss out on the opportunities to engage with the true gifts of your creator. You come in contact with somebody that can change the trajectory of your life. You come in contact with somebody that can give you everything that you never had before. And you fight against it because their presentation is not familiar enough. They don't talk about the things that you know. They don't talk in a way that you're comfortable with because it's something that you can identify with from your past. Understand? Oh, they think they know everything. Oh, no, maybe they know something that you don't and they're trying to tell your group. All right, just chill. See, a true student is willing to learn from any and everyone, especially as you identify with the fact that I am is on the inside of everyone. So there is no one who is empty. There is no one who is null of information, null of truth. They may be ignorant to it. They may be unaware that it is within them. They may not be walking in it. They may not be allowing it to flow through them and extending it to others willingly and knowingly. But you better be astute. You better be attentive when people are speaking, because even when it seems like somebody is saying something of no value, all it is a person in front of you as a reflection giving back to you a piece of what you hold on the inside of you about yourself that is valueless. This statement that you have deemed them valueless over is a reflection. It is a kickback of something that you hold on the inside of yourself that you may not be conscious of. You may choose to be blind to, but if you search you based on what they said, if you'll stop judging the messenger and identify only with principle and listen for what is true and what is real, then you will learn to see value in everything that everyone has to say. Somebody said one thing that you identified as stupid and you ain't heard nothing that they said since. And that's dangerous because that very person still has and had at the time that you misidentified their first statement as stupid And it might have been stupid, but you misidentified it as something that was original to them instead of something that was reflective of a paradigm or a belief that you hold unconsciously about yourself. You looked at it as a misjudgment of your character by them, when it was really a misjudgment of your character that was tolerated on the inside of you, reinforced by you to the point that somebody in front of you said it to kick it back to you and bring you to a level of awareness so that you could burn it in the eternal infinite fire on the inside of you and allow for the truth to rise once again. Their insult was a gift. Their insult was a gift, and you ain't talked to them ever since they said it, because your feelings been hurt. But your feelings can't even be hurt, because go and get your hurt feeling and bring it to me. Show it to me. You've been telling yourself that your feelings were hurt because of the way that you have interpreted what was done or said to you, and that is a personal choice. You chose to end that partnership. They chose to speak freely and be in a moment a reflection of a dysfunction that you carry on the inside of yourself. And the statement really could have been the beginning of liberation for you. But it actually just became a prison inside of a prison, because you was already holding misconceptions about yourself. You had already misidentified yourself with people and things of your past that you was carrying that they probably spoke on. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, at one point, you definitely identified with this person so much that your identity was shaken with the absence, and it was enhanced with their presence. But the minute that an insult came, you had to reconstruct your identity to feel okay with yourself, and you wrote them out of the story. And that's just the wheel that we live on. And we hardly ever take time to stop, pause, become conscious of it, and see it for the dysfunctional mess that it is. You might as well go down there to the gym and get your membership and go out there and work out for real like you say you want to, so that you can get your body back in a shape where you can feel secure about yourself again, and you can stop looking for everybody else to give you the approval and acceptance that you should have been extending to yourself in the first place. If you're going to spend your life running in circles metaphysically, and I'm just saying, go get the membership, baby. It's time. It's time to stop running in circles metaphysically. Sit down, still your mind, return to the Garden of Eden where everything is peaceful. You've been eating illusions, and them illusions done started eating you.